I realised pretty early on that spreadsheets weren't my problem. My problem was that I had two versions of myself trying to make the same decision. One of them is sensible, the other one is tired. The sensible version of me says, slow down, be careful, don't get this wrong. The tired version of me says, I can't keep doing this forever. And every retirement decision I make sits somewhere in the argument between these two. The first rule I tend to use is a simple one. Can I undo this if it turns out to be wrong? The sensible version of me loves this rule, obviously, because it reduces risk. It keeps my options open. But the tired version of me hates it because it always means waiting. But I've learned that if a decision can't be reversed, then it needs a much higher bar. That rule alone has stopped me forcing decisions just to feel progress. The second rule is the one that I argue with myself about the most. Is this buying freedom, or is it just buying me comfort? Comfort feels good in the short term. Freedom matters in the long term. Again, the sensible part of me says comfort's fine. Life doesn't need to be hard. And the tired part of me says comfort is often what keeps people stuck. So now I try and be honest about which one I'm actually choosing. I used to catastrophize everything. Now I force myself to answer one question. What does getting this wrong actually look like? Not in spreadsheet terms, but in real life terms. The sensible part of me just wants certainty. The tired me just wants the fear to stop running the show. Naming the real worst case usually shrinks it. This one doesn't show up in any financial model, but it matters more than all of them. Will this decision let me sleep at night? The sensible part of me used to dismiss this as purely emotional. The tired part of me knows that if I'm not sleeping, none of the numbers matter anyway. So this rule gets a vote now, a real one. So what I've learned is that retirement decisions aren't logical problems to solve. They're negotiations between different parts of yourself. And if you ignore those voices, it doesn't just go away. It shows up later as a regret. Now, these rules don't give me certainty, but they do give me a little bit of calm. And I'm not sure what my final answer looks like yet, but I know that making decisions this way feels more honest than forcing a date or chasing that number. And right now, that matters more to me than anything.